In this lesson, we're going to continue to discuss tabs. If you'd like to follow along, go under your File menu to Open, and in the Working Files folder, in Chapter number 7, select Tab Tips Part 2, and just click Open. Before we get started, let's go to the Zoom tool and just click and drag across the width of our margins. In this lesson, we're going to be discussing how you create a fill-in-the-blanks coupon, which you can do with tabs. Now, a lot of people will do a fill-in-the-blanks coupon with just a bunch of typed-in shift hyphens or underscores, and it's not a very good way to format fill-in-the-blanks. The reason is because the width of the characters at the beginning of the line are all different than each other in different lines. Along the right side, all of your underscores will not line up perfectly going down the page. But if you do it with tabs, it works perfectly. Let me show you. I'm going to select my type tool and just click and drag across name, address, city, state, and zip. I'm going to open my tabs panel by going under the type menu to tabs. And I'm going to choose a right justify tab and just click at about 2 1/4 inches or so. Now I'm going to go into something called the leader field and type a shift hyphen. Well, why is it called a leader? It really comes from tables of contents where it would say along the left, Chapter 1, and then there was a series of dots that led your eye across the page to the page number, so your eye would not get lost. So because they lead your eye, they became known as leaders. Now watch what happens with a shift hyphen in the leader field when I hit enter or return. I get an underscore. Let me do that again. I'm going to click at about 5 inches. And in the leader field, type a shift hyphen and hit enter or return. And then go further across my page to a little bit more than 8 3/4 inches. Click again with my right justify tab and in the leader field, type shift hyphen and hit enter or return to apply it. Well, right now there's way too much room for the zip code and also too much room for state. Well, what I can do is click and drag my tabs around. And if they happen to go out from above the ruler and disappear, just don't let go of your mouse button and drag them back up. Because if you let go of your mouse button, you're going to lose that tab and have to put it in again. Let me click now on that first tab and drag it way across. And I really don't need all that much room for state because it's really only 2 letters. So that is really cool. And if I'm planning on using this again and again, of course, I'm going to save it as paragraph style formatting. Let me just scroll down the page a bit and select this name, address, city, state, zip. Because there is actually an even faster way to do this. I have my right justify tab and I'm going to click at about 2 1/4 inches. And in the leader field, I'm going to type a shift hyphen and click in another field to apply it. So I have my first tab. And if you remember in our last lesson, we talked about a command under the options menu of the panel called repeat tab. Let's try it. I'm going to click on the options menu and go to repeat tab. And that command will repeat that first tab over and over again. Every 2 1/4 inches, I'll have another tab. And this is a lot faster. Obviously, I only have to format the underscore once. And then to get everything in the right position, I can drag my last tab over towards the right side of my column and let go. I don't need that much room for my zip code, so I can click and drag over and leave enough room for that code. And then I need even less room for state, so I can just drag over and leave enough room for state. And once again, you're going to notice anywhere that the underscore is not interrupted by words such as state and zip, they just connect up with each other. So it looks like you have one solid line going across. And if you look at the right side, all of my underscores are running down the page perfectly aligned. So it looks nice and clean and professional. In the next lesson, we're going to discuss text frame options.